Sorry, Lord Brunson, I lied. I said Friday. Today's Thursday, 4th of July. I'm hoping you're having a happy 4th of July. Just like you, I have a family. I noticed the car seat in the back of your car. So I hope everything's well. I hope you're having a 4th of July. I hope everybody's having a happy 4th of July. But I got to rebut you. I had a little time. I said, why not? So with no further ado, let's get into it.
OGR.
So, Lord Brunson, I didn't rebut you because of what you said about Saquon, because I know Saquon's stats prove themselves. And if anybody's going to sit there and say, oh, this, that, and the other thing, go right ahead. I really don't care. I know the statistics speak for themselves. And most of the times, like Bad Dog, I don't subscribe to the fact that stats speak for everything. But in this case, they do. And when it comes to Jordan Howard, he is dead average. Now, you can say, well, he didn't have as many opportunities. You can make the excuse, oh, well, he needs to get at least 20 carries or more. We don't live in that type of offense, and he is not going to do what Zeke does. Zeke is a rare breed in the NFL. Zeke is an extremely rare breed in the NFL because that's going back to an older school of thought. And even then, the Dallas Cowboys have adopted that. That's why Zeke had 71 catches last year. And Jordan Howard, granted, maybe hasn't had the opportunities to get that many passes thrown to him. But what do teams do? You don't think that the Chicago Bears vetted Jordan Howard in 3 seasons and said, hey, you're just not that good of a pass catcher? That's exactly what they did. And they said, Tariq Cohen, you are better. You are better suited to be a third down back. You are better suited to be used in this juncture. So what makes you think that Jordan Howard will recapture what he did in 2016 and 2017 when the Eagles offense says, hey, we use the hotter hand. We use the guy that's cranking out stuff. They're not going to give that many opportunities to Jordan Howard. He's probably stuck between the 12 and 15 range unless you guys have the lead and you need to run the clock out. So what is your argument? Because you said in your video yourself, you subscribe to What Have You Done For Me Lately? You subscribe, so which basically says you subscribe to You're Only As Good As Your Last Season. And what did the last season say? And if you look at backs, even with just 190 to 200 carries, a lot of them had a better statistical season than Jordan Howard. Sony Michel had a better statistical season than Jordan Howard. Period. He had less carries, 208, which still qualifies in our 190 to 200 range or more. He was 4 yards shy, and he averaged more yards per carry. He was a more productive back with less carries. Marlon Mack was a more productive back with less carries. Kareem Hunt was a more productive back with less carries. Philip Lindsay, Nick Chubb were more productive backs with less carries. Or right around the same amount of carries. And not only that, Jordan Howard has proven that he is not an all-around back in the NFL. He's not a third down back, and he doesn't have the potential. And that's why I rate guys that can do more on the field, I rate higher. Even though Jordan Howard, yeah, sure, he could probably run through the line better, a little bit better than Christian McCaffrey or an Alvin Kamara, but yet those guys are better. And your offense actually matches more closely to the Saints and to the Panthers, even though Carson Wentz is not going to have the opportunities to run like Cam will. That's what your offense is more suited toward. I would say you guys are closer to the Saints than you are the Cowboys. So Jordan Howard's not going to get the opportunities to get 20 carries or more. He's not a great third down back. Yet you're going to put him in the top 5 with guys that are like Zeke Elliott, like Todd Gurley, like Alvin Kamara, like the guys you named, like a Le'Veon Bell. All of these guys have proven they are, by a shadow of a doubt, all-around backs in the NFL. Yet Jordan Howard hasn't proven it yet. You're going to put him in the upper echelon based on rushing yards the last 3 years? Come on. That's a weak argument. Because you subscribed to the same school of thought I did because you said it. What have you done for me lately? And your whole Zeke argument, oh, well, look what he did. Look at what he did when he had that shortened season because of misconduct. he was still in the upper echelon of backs at the same juncture with the same amount of games. What does that say? You are a top 5 back. So what is your argument here? You subscribe to the same school of thought as I do, and the only thing you have to hold your hat on is the amount of rushing yards he's acquired in 3 years. But if we base it on all the facts, last year, which is what have you done for me lately, and compared to the guys that you compared in the top 5 that you say where he belongs, he doesn't match up. Because these guys are all better all-around backs. And again, I'll reiterate, I really don't care what you think about Saquon Barkley because the numbers speak for themselves. And that's not why I rebut you. I rebut you because you have Jordan Howard too high, period. Either way, it's been one giant rebuttal. Please like and subscribe. Ethan, take me home.
Go Big Blue.